The Colonial Parkway Murders, a true story of Virginia's unsolved terror between 1986 and 1989, a scenic stretch of Virginia's Colonial Parkway, linking historic Jamestown, Williamsburg, and Yorktown, became a killing ground for a predator targeting young couples. 4 double murders, claiming 8 lives, shared chilling hallmarks, victims parked in secluded areas, killed with knives or strangulation, their cars staged to look undisturbed. Known as the Colonial Parkway Murders, these cases remain unsolved, with no definitive suspect despite decades of investigation. The killer AS ability to strike and vanish in a tourist-heavy region has left a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. Who hunted these couples in a place meant for romance and history, and why have the cases gone cold? The Colonial Parkway Murders haunt Virginia's tidewater, a dark counterpoint to its colonial charm. The terror began on October 12, 1986, when Kathleen Thomas, 27, and Rebecca Dowski, 21, were found in their car off the parkway near Williamsburg. Both were strangled with a rope and had their throats slashed, with gasoline poured over the vehicle in a failed attempt to burn it. No robbery or sexual assault was evident, and their purses and IDs were untouched, baffling police. The scene was eerily clean, with no fingerprints or DNA. On September 22, 1987, David Knobling, 20, and Robin Edwards, 14, vanished after parking near a York River overlook. Their bodies were found days later on the riverbank, shot in the head with a .38 caliber pistol. Knobling's truck was parked with the radio on and door open, suggesting a sudden ambush. Again, no valuables were taken, and the killer left minimal evidence. The third case struck on April 9, 1988. Cassandra Haley, 18, and Richard Call, 20, disappeared after a date. Their car was found abandoned on the parkway, keys in the ignition, with Call's wallet inside. Despite extensive searches, their bodies were never found, but police linked the case due to the pattern. A young couple, a parkway pull-off, and a staged vehicle. The final confirmed murders occurred on October 19, 1989. Anna Maria Phelps, 18, and Daniel Lauer, 21, vanished while driving to a rest area. Their car was found weeks later, with their skeletal remains nearby in a wooded area, suggesting stabbing or strangulation. The scene mirrored the others: car intact, no robbery, and a killer who melted into the night. The Virginia State Police and FBI led a sprawling investigation, but the cases stumped them. The victims were diverse: college students, a Navy officer, locals, yet shared youth and romantic outings. The killer's methods varied: strangulation, shooting, stabbing, but the staging, cars left as decoys, suggested a single predator or a copycat. The Parkway, a 23-mile scenic road with dense woods and few exits, offered cover for a killer who knew its twists. No fingerprints, DNA, or tire tracks were recovered, and witnesses were scarce in the off-season. Suspects emerged, but faded. A park ranger, investigated for his access and odd behavior, was cleared by alibis. A local man with a violent history was questioned, but released for lack of evidence. In 2020, Alan Wade Wilmer Sr., a deceased fisherman, was named a person of interest after DNA linked him to unrelated murders nearby, but no direct evidence tied him to the parkway. Theories speculated a law enforcement insider, given the killer's forensic savvy, or a transient worker exploiting the tourist season. Some linked the cases to other East Coast killings, like New Jersey's 1988 murders, but no connections held. The case's eerie details deepen its chill. The killer approached couples without raising alarm, possibly posing as an authority figure. The Thomas Dowski murders showed overkill, strangulation, and slashing, hinting at rage or ritual. Knobling and Edwards were shot execution style, suggesting cold efficiency. The missing bodies of Haley and Call raise hopes they survived, though foul play is assumed. Phelps and Lauer's remains, found after weeks, suggest the killer revisited sites or knew the woods well. Systemic issues slowed progress. Jurisdictional disputes between local, state, and federal agencies muddled evidence sharing. Families criticized police for withholding case files, fueling cover-up rumors. The victims' loved ones, particularly Kathleen Thomas's brother, became vocal advocates, pushing for DNA retesting. In 2010, The FBI reanalyzed evidence, but degraded samples yielded no breakthroughs. Genetic genealogy, successful elsewhere, has been stymied by limited DNA. The Colonial Parkway murders reshaped the region. Couples avoided the Parkway's pull-offs, once popular for dates, and tourism dipped as fear spread. Memorials for the victims dot the route, and families hold annual vigils. The case inspired true crime podcasts and a 2021 documentary keeping pressure on authorities. The Parkway, with its colonial markers and river views, now carries a somber undercurrent, its beauty tainted by loss. Today, the Colonial Parkway murders remain unsolved, with 8 victims and no justice served. Virginia's tidewater whispers of a killer who blended into its history, leaving only grief. Was it a local predator, a drifter, or a figure shielded by time? The Parkway's quiet curves hold their secrets, a silent testament to lives cut short and a mystery that refuses to fade. If you enjoyed this videos, follow me, like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.